Back live with a CNN News 18 mega exclusive input shared with us by our group editor, Investigations and Security Affairs, Manoj Kumar Gupta. The huge challenge of illegal immigrants across Bharat-Bangladesh borders, and CNN News 18 has accessed an intel note on Bangladeshi and Rohingya illegal immigrants. Now, there's a fragile situation currently in Dhaka, and this is allowing a lot of illegal terror groups who are banned outfits with nefarious intent, who are inimical to Bharat, who are not just operating freely, but also the fear is that they can very easily enter our country to carry out specific terror attacks and then slip back into Bangladesh. The influx of immigrants has posed serious socio-economic and political security concerns for Bharat. Illegal immigration is happening from West Bengal, where infiltrators are using unmanned stretches, and secondly, northeastern states with rivers, forests, hills facilitating illegal influx into the country. The fake documents agents are also working in several states across Bharat, and they are helping these illegals with ID cards. Fake Indian passport is available at a range of 10,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees. Now, this is also generating serious concerns because of the fact that there is confirmed intel input that there are among the Rohingya and Bangladeshi who are entering into our country nefarious elements, terrorist elements, and they are under garb of illegals or migrants entering and seeding themselves into our country. Abhijit Majumdar, columnist and author with us. Bikram Banerjee, activist working for Bangladeshi Hindu, is with us. My namaste and Jai Bharat, gentlemen. Now, Abhijit Majumdar, you've been highlighting these concerns for a while now, and the rise of radicalism and these Islamist forces is only far more manifest. You shared something today earlier in the day on X, and now with these inputs coming through, that these can become a hot hub for them to come into a Bharat very easily. We've seen the Pakistan ISI chief also come to Bangladesh.
Exactly, Anand. I mean, this is the perfect playground for ISI, for Turkey, for Muslim Brotherhood. In fact, there is an input, Anand, I'm sharing it with you probably as an exclusive. This is, of course, source-based, that Pakistan, Turkey, Malaysia and Egypt, their intel elements have actually jointly set up office in Dhaka, in either Bonani or Gulshan, the diplomatic area. This is one of the inputs. Another input is that, of the 28 odd bases, army bases, about 22 have been infiltrated by the ISI, by ISI elements. The ISI had right after August 5, when all hell broke loose and Sheikh Hasina had to be flown to India. Right after that, within a month, ISI elements, ISI, in fact, regulars had come by plane loads, and they have set up bases in places like Ambarkhana in Sylhet, Brahmanbaria, even in Chittagong. They have set up bases, they're training people, they are also in touch with Rohingyas, most probably also training them, radicalizing them. Now, and they are preparing to, en masse, first in trickle and then, in a much bigger flow,
right,
to send those elements into India through the northeastern border, through Mizoram, through Bengal, through Assam, and through Meghalaya, Tripura, wherever. But these are concrete plans. There are inputs to Indian agencies regarding this.
Yes.
And this has been happening as a completely conscious effort, and it is not that Bangladesh is not, Bangladeshi authorities, the government is not aware of it. The army is extremely concerned, and which is why, Anand, if you have noticed, that the army chief Wakaruzaman, he's a decent guy apparently, and he had he had a very, very strong speech last
Yeah.
week warning Bangladesh that if this goes on, if this kind of chaos, if this kind of anarchy, if this kind of radicalization, violence on the streets, absolute anarchy, targeting of the forces, targeting of the police, hundreds of policemen, this is not an exaggeration, hundreds of cops have been actually killed, lynched on the streets of Bangladesh. So, Waqar Saab has said that if this goes on, Bangladesh may lose sovereignty, and we will be, in that case, we will be forced to, act. Please don't blame us then,
Correct. So, but
because they understand
he's
what is
always said that I'm a champion of democracy. I have no ambition. I've got no will. That speech was very emotional. Also, he got very emotional, and the
Exactly.
anger, the frustration came through. But there is
Yes.
also, and these are not just doubts. There is confirmation of this entire worry, Bikram Banerjee, because recently in Bharat there have been arrests. Terrorists from outfits like the Ansarullah Bangla, again banned outfit, Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh, banned and proscribed outfit. They are contacting sleeper cells in our country for their rehabilitation, and then they work. They start with petty crimes, and then they get involved into, and as they seed themselves and they form a base, there are huge terror bases, stronger ones which are there. Recently, ABT cadre have been arrested from Kolkata, Hyderabad, Gulbarga, Pune and Mumbai. 17 Bangladeshi national associated with ABT Ansarullah Bangla, 15 Bangladeshi associated with JMB, and they were present in Bharat illegally. They have been arrested. So, if 32 have been arrested, imagine the number who are already here.
Agree on that. This is a grave situation. What I would say, these declared terrorist outfit are getting long-term support from Jamaat in Bangladesh, their political outfit. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to put India into a constant dose of antibiotics. And if we consider these diseases that are coming, the long-term solution in Bangladesh, I do not know whether we will be able to achieve or not. Need a de-radicalization within Bangladesh, restore of the democracy, and all this process will probably, hopefully, will help. Now, I see the problem more need to solve from our side, on the Indian side of it. Political parties, especially the political parties like TMC, other political parties who are depending on vote bank politics, i.e. minority votes, they are hand in glove because of the economic ecosystem of earning money by providing passport and adding the name into our voter list. But central government can take action. We need a radical change in the Representation of People Act. We need CAA, NRC, because we have the data from 1955 or 1951 election, and any new voters, they have their address and they have parents' name. Right. So with the data mapping, it is quite easy to identify the voters whose parents were not in the voter list, i.e. consider 1965 we cut off date and 1955 is the cut off. And that's the way, if we have an ecosystem and IT system which prevents anybody through the technology to get added in the voter list, then democracy will be taken over by demographic change will be stopped. If the democratic hijacking with the demographic change is stopped, then all these political parties will not see any benefit to bringing them, because they will not be able to add these Bangladeshis. Even if they get passport, they will not get added to the voter list. So that's the solution if we can provide, and it is going to be challenged by all these political parties. But if that solution is provided, then at least democratic taken over with the demographic change will be stopped. Then the next step comes how we can prevent. 85% border is now we have the proper border and it's not porous, but 15% is there.
Correct.
And why that is not done? So I think we need to think about solution.
No, and there is a reason why the BJP were objecting, no? Why was the BJP objecting and trying to create roadblocks? It's a question. Now, how do we solve this? We have to create some kind of a system, because we can't push all of these back. We can't detain all of them and deport them legally. They've come into the country illegally. Is there something that can trigger a quiet exodus back into where they came from, back to their burrows? How can that be done, Abhijit Majumdar?
Yes, the only time, Anand, I've seen reverse immigration
Where?
was after CAA.
Yeah.
And when the air was thick with
Abhijit,
talk about
I'm
NRC.
sorry, I've got to interrupt you. We've got big news coming through from Bangalore. Have to go across to that. It's a CNN News 18 exclusive again. The DRI has made explosive claim in its gold smuggling investigation. A well-established syndicate is taking advantage of protocols. Physical abuse has been noted on the actor's body, and there was a well-established syndicate to smuggle gold, and that is misusing protocols that are accorded to those who are kith and kin of people in power or bureaucrats or who are accorded these protocol privileges. The DRI has noted physical abuse on the actor's body, especially on her face and more particularly below her eyes. The actor has told the agency that she sustained it much before leaving for Dubai. The DRI says the accused has not fully cooperated with investigators and is constantly breaking down. The DRI says leads from forensic extracts will be used to confront the accused during custody, and the focus is now on unearthing this entire syndicate. Harish Upadhyay joins us with more. Harish, the bigger question is, does this syndicate extend itself over even into Dubai? How is it possible that she went through security check at airport with 17 kilograms of gold bars on her person? Or did she get these bars later?
Well, absolutely. The DRI believes that this was a well-established existing syndicate that was taking advantage of these protocol benefits, and it was thriving. This wasn't a one-off case where a person with lust for gold wanted to bring gold to Bangalore. This was a syndicate. She was working for them. She was a beneficiary there, and there were strong links in Dubai as well. That's what they are claiming right now, at least suspecting right now. They're also saying that the actor has suffered physical abuse. At this point in time, she hasn't revealed much on where she suffered it.
Right.
She's told the investigators at the beginning that this was much before she went to Dubai, and now they've got 3 days custody. And this is where they will try to unearth the syndicate and also 2 mobiles and 1 laptop that they have recovered from her. Perhaps the forensic extract of it will also be used to confront Rania Rao and seek more details. And
Right.
the investigators hoping that they can get more accused in this case and arrest them.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for your inputs. Where we're given to understand she is not cooperative. She's been breaking down time and again, and will then she now break down totally and then reveal it all? Because she's made 30 trips in the last few months. It's a huge density of trips, frequency of trips in a very limited time. That's all we have time for in this edition of The Right Stand. Stay with us for a very, very special broadcast. Prani Mitra, the Vantara Project. Up next.